Hi everyone, it's Jim Starkweather with KitMaker Network, and welcome to another Cracking the Box video. Yes, just did the one on the Meng, and as those of you who watch my mail call videos know, we got both of these kits pretty much in at the same time. So this is the Rye Field Model, M1A2 SEP Abrams Tusk I and Tusk II, with an additional option of an M1A1 Tusk. So this is 3 different tanks you can build, pretty much covering most of the more recent use of the Abrams in Iraq and potentially Afghanistan. So this is RM5004, so only their 4th official release, although is that right? Well, we also got another Rye Field model kit in, so I'm not sure what number that one was, but they're around that, 6-7 releases, I think. And this is their first Abrams kit, so they've been doing a lot of Tigers, but now they're branching out. So they show some nice CAD detail shots here on the side. We've got a very similar track setup to what we just dealt with the Meng. I'm going to try to not draw too many comparisons, but in this kind of thing, being that the tracks are obviously something people are going to be interested in, yeah, that's definitely interesting. Now the barrel is completely different. They have lots of different sections there for the barrel. And then on the other side we've got, looks like multiple marking versions here, or the 3 different versions essentially in profiles that you can build with this kit. So yeah, it looks good. Let's go ahead and crack her open, shall we? Almost doesn't quite want to fit in this box. They definitely packed it in here. Alright, so right off the bat we've got a couple of the same, actually. So packaging them individually, but some nice detail pieces. I can already see a very nice 50 cal machine gun here with a barrel that looks like it goes into, actually slots into the spot where the air cooling ventilation is there, and it's actually 2-piece as well on the back, so you have to put the back side in. But we'll get a better look at that when I take it out of the bag. And these are actually resealable bags, which is nice. But yeah, let's take a look at that. Everybody loves a good 50 cal, right? It's either you buy a super detailed one from Pontos or something, or you can get something in a kit. But yeah, you can see, maybe if I have something to put as a backer here. Yeah, that's not really focusing. Just doesn't like that. All right, well, anyways, after this many minutes have gone by, but you can see what I was talking about here with the separate 2 parts. So you've got this section of the back end of the 50 cal and the actual what would I guess be the cooling, the barrel section that you can pull out to replace, and of course some nice jerry cans and other little detail bits, so that all looks good. And then we have another nice big piece here with some Commander's cupolas, 2 different kinds here, very, very different looking kind there than the one we saw in the Meng. Smoke dischargers, other lots of little details. Road wheels, sprockets, and other sundry suspension bits. The lower hull. Again, we'll take a look at that in a second. The gun mantlet with other various parts, some of the main gun assembly, and turret. Looks good. Tracks. Now, so these have these track sections are already cut out. Different kinds of armored glass. This does include a green armored glass as well as a clear armored glass, which is a nice option. Upper hull. Again, detail looks interesting. A little bit different that it's a 2-piece upper hull. I'm not sure there wasn't a switch out for that. I don't see another piece unless I just missed it. Did I just miss it? Did I miss it? And I don't see a different version of that back section of the hull, so I'm assuming that's going to be what you get. Then the Tusk I armor with the lower hull piece. The track pads for the tracks. The tool, I'm guessing, to put them together. More of the guide horns. So again, these are all in separate bits. Some of the Tusk II add-on rounded armor pieces. Not sure those we'll have to see the instructions how those go on versus how they went on with the Mang, because that'll be interesting, and then more just of the side skirts and other bolted on the parts, like the armored turret area and so forth. Pretty large decal sheet with this one. Looks like it has a few more maintenance-y type decals. Maintenance-y type, I meant to say insignia, no, insignia is not right. Maintenance, there's a word I'm thinking of, I just can't actually get the word into my brain. I hate when that happens. Alright, so a nice manual here, color with some of the parts listed, obviously, parts overlay. Going right into identification things, they have color profiles provided by MiG. So Ammo by MiG is working with Rye Field Models. That's nice. And again, we've got the nice profiles here with showing the armored glass and various different parts. And this one has pretty nicely set up here with the profiles right here at the beginning. I like this. This actually makes sense, because when you first buy the kit, what's the first thing you're going to have to think of doing? Which version am I going to make? So what they've done here is put these profiles at the beginning. Now, I don't know if they did it intentionally, but it actually makes a lot of sense that they're at the beginning, because the first thing the modeler has to decide is which version am I going to make. Therefore, this is the first thing that should come first. Why are you going to start with step 1 when you don't know which version you're going to make yet? So yeah, I like that idea. And I like these camouflage patterns. I guess this is probably a European deployed one, unless this is actually doesn't say. This says 1st Battalion 35th Armor Regiment. If somebody knows where that is, or where that usually has been deployed to, please let me know. So could be here in the United States, I suppose. Although there's an M1A2 Tusk. I thought we actually have sold most of those. Oh, country designations maybe. Not seeing anything that I recognize, anyways. All right, well, little mystery there. Well, I'm sure someone will help us with this in the comments. So going into the step-by-step process, which this one starts, interestingly enough, with the barrel going together, and it's quite a few parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's actually, that part is 8, 9, 10. So 10 parts with that barrel. Oh, actually 11 if you count the halves on that piece. And then actually this piece has quite a bit too. So yeah, we'll just say that's a lot. So 15, 20 pieces kind of thing. All right. And then we've got the upper turret, which again they're showing some of the top details going on. The rear panels here, the barrel going into the turret, which looks like it's going to elevate and the thing going down. Elevate and what's the other word? Okay, again, comment section. I should call this answering words or answering questions in the comment sections with Jim. It's not that I'm going to say depreciate, but that's not right. Elevate and depress the gun. Okay, I knew I could get it eventually. Yes, depress the gun, elevate the gun. Right. Okay. I'm probably sure there's another word for that in military terms. Probably British to have something different for that. Although I think I'm pretty much for sure I've heard in old naval things, with cannons, they had to, depress the gun to a certain point. That was a very common term. Anyways, so more of the turret assembly here with the stowage racks and the armored Tusk II glass. Was that Tusk II that added that, or was that Tusk I? I can't remember. I think it's Tusk II, wasn't it? Yeah, I can't remember myself, but I'm not an expert on these things. Although I did do a video on the Tamiya. We did the Tamiya M1A2 SEP Abrams. Was that a Tusk II, I think? And I believe I did a introduction video, or about the tank video, which I was thinking about inserting into these, but then I was like, I'll just leave it on that one. So here's the bits on the 50 cal going together with the various. This is interesting that this is, I guess, mounted to the commander's cupola. Yeah, okay, that's the one mounted there. And then there's one mounted on the front section, right? There's a bunch of there's 2 50 cals and one saw on this, I believe, at least on one version of it. All right, so they kind of color coded these. So we get to this, and they do a M1A1 Tusk turret assembly. They put that in green, and then it goes on. Wow, there's a lot of detail to this manual. And then they go to the M1A2 Tusk. So that this is the different version, I guess, if you're building the alternate version of the turret. So it looks like they still have the armor class on just the Tusk I, or the original Tusk, I guess. I don't know. Was the M1A1 just called Tusk? There was no. Maybe that was actually a Tusk II setup. We'll keep going. I pondered too much. So yeah, here's the top of the hull. There are lower suspension bits, world wheels going on. Here's they're showing the tracks being put together, and again, very similar. The pads go into this little guide. These pieces go down over the top, glue in place the center corners. Now they didn't have the functionality that the Meng had, which was to basically have a tool to put all 6 guide horns on at once. So yeah, not quite as innovative there, but still probably, doable. Just a little more work, I guess, to get that down. I mean, they don't have. Yeah, these are on. I don't think those are spaced necessarily or in the right direction even. So then we have, I guess it is Tusk I. So this is the M1A1 Tusk, and it just shows the standard, not the rounded. And then they show here the M1A2 Tusk II. And they don't, oddly enough, show the M1A2. Okay, that's just the Tusk. So I think they're just saying for these, don't add these kind of thing. Although it's not quite clear. It's probably a little more clear than that. And then the turret's going on to the main hull. Final little bits going on. And this is the alternate M1A1 Tusk final assembly. And that's it. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at some of the plastic close-up. Take a look at the hull first. Oh no, I don't need these. Because they have the resealable plastic, which is great for us. All right, so again, comparing this to the Meng kit, it looks very similar. Again, a lot of dramatic detail here on these connection. I'm guessing these are like complex bearing kind of assemblies that go in here. There's a judgment to look at them anyways. But yeah, very nice. This is slightly different here with the way it carries forward. A little bit different than the Meng kit, but probably nonetheless still accurate. It's kind of hard to imagine them not getting some accurate details. I mean, nobody's going to get anything perfect, but it's hard to imagine with all the reference material on these that you can't make an mostly accurate model. Not 100%, obviously, but again, the anti-slip surfacing is very well pronounced on this kit as it was on the other. It looks very nice. Again, the detail of the grill here is very similar. I think this piece was molded in, but they have decided not to do that on this. I think I can test fit this. Maybe I guess I can test fit this. So, looking at the test fit, I can't quite. Looks really good. Yeah, you can see it fits into that section there and over here like this. It's kind of snapping in and snapping out, but other than I see a small. Yeah, there's really no issue. I was going to say there's a small gap, but that's just because it needs to be pressed in when it's glued and so forth. But yeah, that looks fine. Let's go take a look at the turret and this bit here. The turret detail, again with the non-slip surfacing. Interesting rounded effect there. I am very tempted to take the Meng kit out and look at them next to each other, but again, I don't I've probably already been, I didn't even say the Rye Field had a, version of it in the Meng video, so I'm kind of being a little unfair. But I think I'll probably put something in the Meng video saying, oh, and by the way, we also review the Rye Field version of this in another video. But it's just because I've done them in that order. No offense, Rye Field, it was just a kind of luck of the draw kind of thing that I did the other one first. So, yeah, looks very nice. Again, the tow cables on this, they're very interesting, very modern, I guess, in terms of the way these are set up. Also did these plastic grills, as they did on the other kit. So yeah, I'm seeing, oops, actually bent that kit, that piece almost off completely with one little finger bend, which is good because it means it comes off the screw really easy. This is some of the side skirts. Definitely seeing some nice detailing. These are some of the top pieces, either on the top of the hull or the turret, because they have anti-slip material. Nicely little kind of a metal, I assume, grab bar. I don't know what that's for, actually. Kind of grab thing, I guess, to grab a hold of it, maybe. Maybe it's on the button. Maybe it's on the turret. Here's that lower section, which I'm pretty sure goes on to the bottom of the hull. Not sure where or how it attaches. It looks like it kind of just places somewhere. Oh, here no, that would be wrong, right? There's a couple of holes here in the front of the section of the hull, but I guess it doesn't go all the way up that far, does it? That would be weird. Oh, those don't even match up. So never mind. Anyways, it goes on there somehow. Look back on the directions to see. But here's the Tusk I armor. Again, nicely detailed. Nice little rivety type things protruding from it. Keep grabbing those scissors so I don't have to use them. But... So how many of you have never built an Abrams and you're thinking, maybe it's time to build an Abrams? But yeah, I'm sure one of these kits, one of the 3 kits actually that's come out recently, because the Tamiya kit came out in 2014, I want to say, or was it 2012, something like that. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of good newer versions of this out. Here's a lot of the main gun bits. So yeah, all these different sections, you can see there's quite a few parts to this one, to doing the main gun. Nothing prominent there though, more anti-slip surfacing on that piece. I'm not going to take these out, but you can see they're just the rounded bits there for the Tusk armor. Hope my microphone's picking this up okay. Is it probably... No, I'm moving the camera. I'm going to adjust it down a little bit. Okay, camera, restabilize camera. That's good. Okay. And this piece looks like it has quite a bit of the road wheels and other suspension parts. And of course it's 2 pieces. Sprue C. Ooh, really nice detail on that piece. Have to remember to take a photo of that. Yep, all looks good. Again, they've gone, as with Meng, they've gone with a side connection point on the sprockets. So I'm not sure that's something that they all are starting to do, or I don't know. Who knows? Who knows these things? They are such small things to know. And this last large sprue we have here has just a lot of detailed pieces. The commander's cupola and other small details, smoke dischargers, many things. So, and there's that piece I already looked at with the 50 cal, and that's a copy of that. And then we have the armored clear parts, the armored glass clear parts. I think the inclusion of this, and again, maybe this is more a Tusk M1A2 I believe most of the armored is green glass, so I'm not really sure why everybody just didn't go with this. But again, somebody can answer that in the comments section if they're familiar with the vehicle and know why maybe sometimes it is clear and so forth. It was just different eras, time periods. All right, so let's go ahead and just quickly kind of we look at these in the manual, so I'm not sure we're going to really see a whole lot, but we'll take a look at these close up. Goodness, this one's going to be hard to open. Try not to destroy any of these coming out. Actually, I just want to get one. I just want one. No, I'm not going to get one. All right, fine. We'll get all of them. So here's the guide horns. It just refuses to give me one. All right, so the guide horns, again, detail looks nice. They've got some with hollows and others with not. So interesting. Maybe two different versions of the tracks for the different time periods. So nice that they did that, obviously. But so, considering this kit is also the M1A1, there would have to be more parts in this kit, I would assume, than the... I would already say that. I don't know what the parts count is. We can see if we can find something with it on it, but I would assume this one has a lot higher parts count. Okay, so the track pads on this one, they actually have the space where that bolt was shown on the Meng, but it just as a hole goes through. So I'm not sure they put that detail on the other part. Let's take a look. No? Yeah, not sure how that works out. But yeah, that piece looks almost identical to the Meng, just not, this is obviously is in a much different format. Those are in the kind of locked into the sprue versions. All right, so that just leaves the, little tool here for the tracks, and I'll leave that in the bag. And the photo etch. Oh, there was some photo etch on this. I just didn't see it because I was looking at the decals. Okay. I'm going to leave these in here because, you can pretty much see through this, right? Let me get the least glare possible. Lower glare. Glare is too high. Well, anyways, it would glare just with the brass. But, yeah, a lot of grill covers, some small metal attachment points, I think, and some other of probably the stowage, I'm guessing, parts. And then, again, we've got decals on here for... names like Gremlin, Ghetto Blaster, what else? That's it name-wise. But again, some of the regimental or unit symbols and so forth. So, all right, well, let's start taking a look at some of the close-up detail photos, and then we'll come back and conclude. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed the photos and unboxing for this new Rye Field Model Abrams kit. And this kit should be out now and available if you're looking for it. Take a look for it online or at your local video store, at your local hobby store. Video on the brain, I guess. Making videos, anything you think video, I guess. There are no more video stores, pretty much. When's the last time you found a video store that wasn't like an old, like, you know, are there still Blockbusters? I think there are still Blockbusters. What about in Europe? Are there video stores in Europe still? I would imagine there are still small little places that do that kind of thing. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. We're talking about the Rye Field Models Abrams. So I like this kit. It looks like it's got a lot of unique different ways of doing it, from the barrel to obviously the tracks are a little bit different to this from some of the other offerings out there. But I like the fact that they included the additional variant and also the armored glass green options and things like that. So yeah, looks good. We'll definitely pass this over to somebody for a full build slash either build review or build feature on the kit. If you're interested, please let us know. We're going to hold out for a little while, see who asks and all that stuff. If you've made a request, just FYI, keep that in mind. So please leave a comment or some feedback. Again, thanks to Rye Field Model for sending us this sample direct. And we will see you next time on Cracking the Box.